General Smith briefs President Trump on red hats by Michael Baxter. April 16, 2024. General Eric M. Smith clandestinely visited Florida last week to brief President Trump on the red hat threat, a source in the general's office told Real Raw News. The source said General Smith arrived at Mar-a-Lago Friday, while Trump appeared publicly alongside embattled House Speaker Mike Johnson, whom white hats distrust for backing a criminal country ruled by a pedophile president. The general's spontaneous visit, however, focused on another immediate threat, the rise of the red hats. Our source said the general stayed in the shadows until Trump concluded his daily speaking engagements and then spoke privately with him inside Mar-a-Lago's fortified command center. As their conversation was confidential, and General Smith did not share specifics with his aides afterward, RRN can report only what our source learned at the briefing given by General Smith before his trip to Florida. According to our source, General Smith received a second letter from the mysterious Colonel Kurtz last week, in which Kurtz denied responsibility for the brutal slaughter of the 4 FEMA agents white hats had found in a Kansas warehouse on April 9th. General Smith: I know you, but apparently you don't know me or how I operate. Do you really believe I'd order men to hang around in a warehouse dismembering corpses into little pieces or slowly torturing them to death? That's the work of amateurs. Amateurs lingering and waiting to be caught. You and I, General Smith, we're professionals. In and out. Get the job done efficiently and swiftly, silently, with no messy leftovers. Those predators got what they deserved, so I applaud their deaths, but we had nothing to do with that one, part of the letter read. Kurtz then dove deep down the rabbit hole of CERN-style conspiracy theories, trying to justify accidentally causing the earthquake that shook the tri-state area on April 5th and the 51 subsequent aftershocks. As reported previously, Kurtz was convinced that the deep state had, for nefarious reasons, built a hadron collider beneath the epicenter. He claimed without proof that his men, having infiltrated the subterranean complex, had set explosives that destroyed the collider and accidentally triggered the quake. In his most recent letter, Kurtz said the collider's destruction, not his ordnance, produced the earthquake. Secondary explosion. The collider catastrophically exploded with more power than I'd anticipated, and it stressed the Ramapo fault zone. See what they made me do? Kurtz wrote, adding that the deep state intended to use the collider to open a portal to a dark dimension and confront its demonic inhabitants. They wanted to strike a deal with them, or take their power and use it to reorder the earth to their liking. Life as we know it could have ended in an instant, General Smith. Were my actions reckless? History will decide, but the ends justify the means, Kurtz went on. His letter segued back to the dead FEMA agents. My concerns are global. Despicable as FEMA is, I would not waste manpower chasing 4 nobodies. When we act, you'll know it. And one more thing. I know you're sending men to New York. We'll be there too. Let's not get in each other's way. Our source said that General Smith told the White Hat Council he would show Trump Kurtz's letter and describe Kurtz as a morally compromised patriot whose unsound methods endangered civilians and threatened White Hat operations. Kurtz is a loose cannon operating without any restraint. Maybe he's not involved in Kansas, but it's only a matter of time before his lunacy gets people, and that could mean us killed, General Smith told the council ahead of leaving for Florida. General Smith wore a poker face when he got back, so I don't know the depth of their conversation. No idea what President Trump might have said to him. He thinks Kurtz is dangerous, and he wanted to ensure Trump knew that, our source said in closing.